Hello Mgtow, this is Mgtow Vision, starting my Mgtow channel with this video. So I figured let's talk about how I became Mgtow. It's probably the same bullshit that happened to get all y'all to Mgtow, but at least you can know where I come from, who I was before Mgtow, and now who I am after Mgtow. Alright, I came from a poverty class, moved up to middle class family. I have 2 brothers and 1 really fucked up sister. My parents sacrificed everything for us, even my mother. My dad worked 3 jobs, she worked 2. As I was going through school, all the way up through high school, I focused on school, sports, mostly football. It wasn't until my junior year in high school that I started partying and noticing chicks, but for some reason, I kept my distance. After high school, I went straight into the workforce. This is where shit hit the fan. I started dating. Most of the dates never passed the 2nd or 3rd date, usually because the women were whores. Most of them basically, after the 2nd or 3rd date, will be putting out. So after that, I was just done with it. And then I started getting shit thrown at me. Why are you not married? Where's your girlfriend? So over time, I said, fine, whatever, who cares? So I basically simped up my Mgtow White Knight armor, put it on, and went to full force to try to get in a relationship with these hoary ass women. So at the end, this is what happened. I have 4 failed relationships in the past 4 to 5 years, which all ended because of them. But no, I was basically told that it was my fault, so I started blaming myself, which made me more and more desperate for the pussy and female validation. The first relationship, I took her and her daughter into my house and raised her daughter as my own, which she barely was around to feed or care for her daughter. I pretty much pulled all the weight, did everything, and then she'd be busy binge watching Netflix. Well, the only weight she really pulled in this relationship was her fat ass, and every 2 times a week she'd be on her back spreading her legs. Come to find out, she ended up cheating on me with some lazy butch of a bitch. I didn't know this until the relationship got bad and I caught her in a lie and just kicked her out. And then her butch girlfriend helped her move out, in which I found out these details. The second girl was not that bad. She was lazy, was raised by a single mother. She didn't learn shit. I had to teach her how to drive a car, license, almost everything, how to interact, all that stuff. To the point that she took up so much of my time that I just decided to end it. The third was your normal, straight parasitic whore. That relationship lasted about 2 months, in which all I would have to do was buy her some Taco Bell. She would lay on her back, and then after that, we would watch Netflix. Well, that wasn't a bad thing, but until one day, some guy realized that I had a good thing. So apparently, she was a whore. He offered up more, and next thing you know, he was posting photos of them in a relationship on Facebook. So that shit went really well. Pretty much almost flipped out. My best friend and one of my coworkers had to hold me down as I was running to her front door because I was so pissed. After that, I just pretty much said whatever, but I will tell you this next one coming up, the 4th one, is a doozy. She ended up messaging me after meeting my parents at her retail job. From day 1, she started her lies and manipulation. She said she was divorced, her ex-husband was paying all her bills via court order. And then one day she calls me from jail asking me to bail her out because of some furniture bill that was not being paid. I bailed her out. I did believe her because I actually work in that industry where if you don't pay your bills, you have something you're leasing and you won't give it back, then I can put you in jail. So I did believe her. I bailed her out, and then a couple weeks later, I come over to her house and she is just sitting there, and I ask her, aren't you supposed to be at work today? And she turned around and said no, and finally opened up and told me she got fired. Well, lucky me. Guess who decided to continue to wear his White Knight armor after a couple days of her begging and pleading from her back? I finally said yes. I said yes, she can move in with her daughter, her brother, and her dad. Yes, I was taking care of her whole family. She still didn't have a job. I was paying all the bills. And this was about December when she moved in. And not even a week or 2 later, she confronts me and says, I don't want you to pay the rent. I want the money so I can buy gifts for my family. Well, no, I'm not going to do that. For one, I rent from my brother. So if I don't pay him rent, then I'm taking money out of his money to pay for Christmas for his family, and he doesn't even live in this house. So I told her no, and she just went batshit crazy. Today, I just laughed about it because it's hilarious. Back then, it just made me pissed off. But, you know, batshit crazy, yelling, screaming, crying, calling me all names, telling me I was a worthless piece of shit of a man, coming from someone that is paying all the bills while you got to sit at home and play video games and play with your daughter. Yeah, well, who's worthless now? Anyways, past that. So that argument went on for about 2 to 3 days, in turn which it started almost getting violent as she was chunking crap at me, throwing my cell phone against the wall. So at that point, she threatened to leave in February. Obviously, she's a single mother. She's waiting for a tax income or refund. So I said, no, you're leaving now. And she said, no, I'm gonna wait until February. Well, we all know how that came out. That argument ended the day before Christmas Eve, and she and her family were out on the streets Christmas Eve. So that being said, now the grand finale. My sister. Since the breakup, I was getting life back to normal when my sister, lo and behold, crawls out of her swamp, which she came. Thing is she started begging me, saying that she's no longer in the thug life and she's changed, but she needed help with getting a car so she can get a job. Well, after about 3 or 4 days of her nagging me and my parents kind of getting involved, I said, fine, I'll co-sign. So I co-signed for the car. Needless to say, today she's in prison and the car is repoed, and before I even figured out what was happening, I couldn't even save the car to save my credit. So there it goes. Can't even trust some women that are in your family. Again, as I was cleaning up the mess that was not made by me, but obviously was allowed by me, I was watching a YouTube video, came across Sandman in my recommended videos to watch, and I watched it. I don't remember exactly what video it was. I could remember if I wanted to, but the awesome thing is I couldn't believe what I was hearing, and I got hooked. Started binge watching Sandman, Turd Flinging Monkey, and everything was, you know, trying to get things back to normal. But I will tell you, that's about when the rage started hitting, mostly because I didn't realize that I was mostly going to be alone in this issue when it came to peers within my realm, family, friends, everything like that. And that kicked in, and then all of a sudden, once I found out that no one even cared or believed what I had to say or what was going on, that's when the depression hit, mostly because no one was there to be like-minded and speak to. And then obviously the noticing that I went through 4 or 5 years of straight hell and torture for someone that could have never loved me. So that started kicking in, and that's about the time I came across Spetsnaz. Really helped. Did, you know, put me in a certain mindset to kind of help me get through that. So this is kind of what happened once I started getting into that. So I started telling my family about how awesome Mgtow is, and well, you know how that went. The YouTube producers of Mgtow, they don't lie to you when they say when you go Mgtow that you will be the only one that sees the truth, that you will be alone. My family right off started shaming me, telling me I was looking in the wrong places for women. Mgtow is a cult, that it was against your religious beliefs, telling me to try dating on Christian Mingle. So fine, I gave in, and probably be the last time I give in to any of this crap anyways. I went on 2 dates, 2 different girls from Christian Mingle. Both had several red flags, so literally right after the dates I just quit communicating with them. So I gave it a try. I told my family I tried, and from here on out I quit talking to them about Mgtow. But the good news is finally out of debt. All my money goes into my pocket. I do what I want to do, and it's awesome. So basically I'm starting this YouTube channel to see what I can provide for anybody that's been in my situation, worse, less. So I want to see about bringing new things to Mgtow, as in finding ways to get off grid, finding ways to not be so disposable to society, and truly go in your own way. So that's definitely what I'm looking for. So let me know if you like this topic. I'll bring out some more videos here soon as I find time. Till next time, go Mgtow, and thank you for your time. Peace.